A strange new toy has taken the world by storm. Artificials are robot animals that come in all shapes and sizes. But these popular robo-pets have a strange secret. Some humans are able to combine with artificials to gain spectacular power. The organization, Hominids Opposing Artificials, desires to put an end to all robo-pets. Kitsuki Rowan, Rumi Peppercorn, Midoriya Kai, and Han No must band together to protect the artificials against this menace.
Today's session starts with you all at Low High.
Mm-hmm.
Today is, what did you call it? Parent Meet Day?
It's Parent Visitation Day. This
Parent
is
Visitation
This is a thing that actually existed in my school that I went to, but apparently nobody else has ever had this experience in their high school. So we're still doing it. Sorry.
The only other opinion you have is mine. You have a sample size of 2. We can't learn anything.
What's going on? What I miss?
Jenna's being incredibly self-conscious about stuff.
It's fine. You take from your own experience.
Mm-hmm. So Parent Visitation Day is when the students bring their parents to the school and introduce their parents to their teacher and show them to their classes and tell them about and introduce them to their club mates if they're in a club and talk about their club, and then they leave. They all leave. That's Parent Visitation Day. It's a thing that actually happened, I swear, at my school.
So, you all are going to have to do that with all of your parents. So, Kitsugi, tell me a bit about what your dad is like. Is it just Hideki Kamiya? Is he just a gigantic asshole, but everyone loves him anyways?
Nobody knows what Kitsugi's dad is like because he's banned everybody from seeing his tweets on Twitter.
What is his job? No one knows. How does he make money? No one knows. Has he never taken off the jacket? Again, no one knows. The answer is probably no.
Anytime you ask him for something, he just says, ask your mother.
He always seems to have money, and Kitsugi has never questioned. They live in a pretty normal house, and he never seems to run out of money. She has never questioned this, nor will she ever.
This explains so much, honestly.
Her mother is the most extremely plain person who has ever existed. Just the super most chill, mundane, plain, and her dad is like never not a biker.
All right.
Her dad is
pretty
never.
Sure she's pretty sure he's some kind of bounty hunter, but she doesn't ask yet. It's never occurred to her.
All right, we're going to montage this. There's going to be a bit more freeform. So, Alice, just do a turn. Look at the turns you have and do one.
Maybe I can fail to react here. I think that her dad. Well, am I taking one for Kitsugi or am I taking one for her dad?
You, Kitsugi, okay. You do something. I control your dad, and I'll use one of my turns. You can do a light turn or a regular turn if you can't think of anything.
Trying to prove yourself to another. She's just like seeing how she's literally not been conscious inside the walls of school in a long time. She has to sort of like figure out a way to. She's trying to figure out a way to prove that she knows things. Like, and look, here's the cafeteria. I know where that is.
And here's the eating place. This is the exercise place. That's the book place.
I've been here before. I haven't skipped school ever.
Do you not know any of the words involved?
I think she gets all of them wrong.
This is the cafeteria, you say, in the library.
I was about to say, there's no way Kitsuki actually knows her way around the school. She doesn't spend enough time there.
She keeps like hoping the next one will be the cafeteria, and then realizing it's not, and then like hurriedly scurrying to the next door.
I find it unrealistic that she never has eaten at the school. Like, that's like the only place she should know.
She's eaten there. She just like usually she wakes up right before she's about to go in the door, so she recognizes what the door looks like. The only problem is that all the doors in the school look the same. No, I think she knows where things are kind of, but she's like chooses the most awkward path, and so like it takes forever.
And take forever it does. You're going to spend the entire day just wandering around the school, giving the most backwards tour. By the end of the day, your dad is not unconvinced that you in fact go to the School of Leaves. Like the House of Leaves, but a school.
Yeah, that's about how my high school was arranged. Kind of like House of Leaves.
As you're wandering, you pass by Midori. Midori, what's going on with you? What is happening with your moms?
Alright, so,
With your two incredibly cool moms who are cool in very different ways.
yeah, so, Midori's moms do, a little bit of everything because they run a small nature preserve, so, they have to take care of the land, but, they also do stuff like cook and bake wherever they have to hang out. It's a little cabin. So yeah, they do a whole lot of that stuff, and the nature preserve in particular is their old training grounds from when they were boxers. They were rivals back in the day.
Nice.
Awesome.
Who won?
I feel like it would be Aoi, just because...
They're leaving this one, right? Or out.
Yeah. I need to look up the pronunciation, but in the meantime, probably her, just because she was particularly good. In fact, she was known as probably one of the crazier people in her circuit because she frequently went up against higher weight classes.
Nice.
Nice.
I like how neither of Midori's mother have that anime mom haircut that signifies they're going to die, so I feel safe. I'm not worried about them at all.
They're good. They're fine.
Alright. Wait, the way this montage is set up, you gotta take a turn.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I don't know if I can really use any light terms. I might also do take action, leaving yourself vulnerable. Midori's basically doing just like a basic rundown. She's going to her classes. Unlike Kitsuki, she actually knows where stuff is. The problem is, she very clearly does not have any clubs. There are a whole lot of questions that Midori would prefer not to answer, and that most of them are, I don't know, I just go to class.
So let's see. As you're wandering around, you unfortunately run into Shinju, who has her robo owl perched on her shoulder.
Midori attempts to just pass her by like she didn't notice, but then she notices the owl.
Midori, it's so good to see you. I finally went to that store you used to work for and now work for again, I guess.
Yeah, I noticed.
It's very busy, ironically enough.
So, it seems to me from last time that the owl isn't really one that would be, common, like, not really for purchase, right?
Right, the owl is not a currently for sale item.
It's limited edition, but if you give it bugs, it will not. It just fucking hates them. But you have to do it, or it won't open the museum.
The trick is to give him more than one at once. Actually, then he just pays him no mind.
Watch! I taught him to talk. Speak. Will no one think of the pink Mau Mau? Sorry, in jokes. Anyways.
That's a psychological technique called flooding, where you just like somebody's afraid of something, so you just like overload them with all the things, so they don't even react. They just go numb into trauma state. It works, but it's unethical. Anyway, do continue.
So yeah, Midori very much recognizes a RoboPet that is not for sale and on the shelves, because she hangs out with a lot of those RoboPets, more so than most humans, if we're being honest.
Mm-hmm.
You bought that one?
Oh yes, and this is just adorable. I love him. Look at all these pictures I took. And she pulls up her Instagram. So you saw the video eventually. I don't know if you saw it last session, but you eventually saw the YouTube video. The Instagram account name is the same as the name of the YouTube channel that uploaded that video. It's like
Wait,
not a base
is that
stand
the
for
YouTube
20.
video- Is that the YouTube video of
Kitsugi beating the shit out of an old man? Yeah.
Ooh,
He had it coming, but
vengeance.
Doesn't look great out of context. You have to see. In context, it's fine. Totally fine.
yeah, this is full Spider-Man is a menace mode.
Yeah,
But before,
that's great. Where did you get this? Cause I'm not really too familiar with the owl model.
your store, the one you work for. You work at PetSpy, right?
Yes, the one that does not have those owls in stock.
Bittery, I really don't know how to respond to this. I walked into the store and I bought this. You can't tell me this didn't happen. I did it. I have pictures and the owl to prove it.
Well, much like...
She eventually pulls up a picture from her Instagram of her in the store with the owl.
Is she
At the cash register with Rumi in the picture, trying to not be in the picture.
I probably shouldn't attempt to gaslight you. My mom's... Well... I don't know why we have had precisely one owl, but good for you. Didn't think you'd really be the spendy on robot-y types, though.
Well, I mean, I just like cute things. Pretty cute, right? Pulls the owl up to your mom's, right? Your mom's would react, right?
Yeah.
Pete walks up, just, oh my god, look at him, and starts petting him. And the owl is... It's like making noises, but its eyes don't change. It still looks like it's bugging out at all times.
Mm-hmm.
It's like making cute owl noises, but it still looks like it's just seen a ghost. Well, anyways, I haven't shown this to Ray yet. I've got to go show it off to her. Goodbye!
Yeah, you gotta do that. Have fun, don't come back. So anyway, as you heard, that was Ray's friend.
Don't talk to me or myself again.
Alright, so that leaves second to last. Rumi, you and your mother/aunt.
Guardian. I have made the executive decision that Rumi's what's that aunt is single and extremely hot.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, I can see the bug.
Just she's aggressively single. If you know.
She's
Oh,
like
so this is
Manuela.
just-
Should have gotten Manuela for
Yeah,
this.
she
Yeah.
got Manuela for this.
Oh, that would have been good, but this is still just Utna's aunt then.
So I'm gonna take a light turn,
Mm-hmm.
and what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna ask someone, but I would like to put out the universe. What was one of my past mistakes? And how is it coming up now?
What was one of your past mistakes? How about this? How about we make it an incredibly recent past mistake? As you're walking by one of the lockers, your cousin falls out.
Oh,
Very slowly and
He's back.
pathetically.
He gets up, Ruby, where were you?
Where
I'm
were
gonna
you?
get up again.
why?
I tried calling for help and you didn't hear me?
Don't you have a phone?
Well, I did, but he took it again.
I call the phone.
Hans Pocket. Hans Pocket, right?
It's on. It goes off in
You know
Han's
what?
pocket.
So I guess this is his mom that I'm with. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's my cousin.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, you're right.
And you reacted to this bullying
Excuse me. Rumi, are you telling me you've not been protecting your cousin? You know he can't defend himself.
I can't be everywhere at once, ma'am. Hold
Talk
on,
back to me.
I'm gonna get his phone back 1 second, and I call the phone.
Right. So I guess this is how we see Hans' parents. So Hans' mom.
The phone keeps going off.
Yeah, Hans' mom works
Ruby's
really,
following
really.
you?
Hans' mom works really, really hard, pretty much all the time at the dry cleaner. So Hans just in the car with his dad on his way to school as the phone goes off. His dad gets really agitated.
What's the
Hans-
Wait,
ringtone?
hold on.
As
So you went to school, shoved Ross into a locker, then went back home so you can be driven to school.
Okay, that's valid. Okay, good. So Hans wandering around.
Either that or you shoved Ross into a locker last night.
That's even funnier. No, he's not been in there all night.
no, that's terrible.
No. Okay, so Hans wandering around the school with his dad, And the phone...
I'm sorry, I don't like telling you, like, no, you can't do that, but we have to respect the
we have to
timeline.
respect the timeline. I appreciate that. Look, I played a time traveler last game you ran, and now it's gone to my head, and I just... the fuck continuity. No, I appreciate this. So Han's wandering around the school, showing his dad his shoulders are really up close to his ears. His back is hunched. He's really quiet and sullen, and just kind of just looks like a fucking beaten cur as he takes his father around his classes, and then the phone starts ringing. What is the ringtone, Jeff? It is Ross's phone. It's probably just the fucking Friends theme.
That's not gonna say.
Yeah.
But it's like a MIDI of it.
Okay.
It's not like the
Even
actual
better.
MP3.
And his dad gets agitated because Han won't answer the phone, and he's like, just get, and it just doesn't stop ringing. And his dad snaps at him. Is like, answer the dang phone, because no cussing in Sentai shows. And Han flinches at his dad yelling at him and reaches for the phone just as the call goes to voicemail, so that the noise stops.
All right, well, I'll figure it out later. Don't worry, Ross. Roz, I'll get your phone back.
Oh, thanks, Rumi. I can sometimes count on you. I was gonna say always, but I didn't feel like lying in front of my mom.
Listen, you gotta just run sometimes. I can't be everywhere.
Just run from your problems. That'll work out great.
Well, I mean, better than being jammed in a locker.
You know what? You're right, actually. I think your aunt is just going to stick with Ross from now on because he needs protection more than you do.
That's fine.
So, alright, that's,
I took my turn, by the way.
yeah, Hans... tell me what your turn was, just so I know for sure.
I was interfering with a reliable course of action by not answering the phone, because answering the phone... This is very, very loose definition of this term, but technically, that is what I did. So I get a token for that light turn. His dad badgers him about that ringtone, like, what the fuck ringtone is that, etc. And Han is just really...
That's that awful sitcom?
Yeah. That sitcom was never funny. There are black people in New York City, and you never see a single one of them. What the heck was up with that?
There were a couple in the later seasons.
They were never main characters, but...
They were never main characters, no. They're always the dates of the week. And then there was Gunther, who was I don't know, some sort of Scandinavian or something.
There was Gunther. Who was Gunther?
Who knows where he's from?
A being unto himself. Anyways.
His dad screaming about how you can't survive and pay rent in New York City as a busker who plays guitar in a coffee house, Phoebe. You just don't make that much money when you're when your songs never take off. No.
Wait, he's supposed to be bad, so he should be wrong about everything.
Yeah.
He should be a Fred Superman.
He loves Joey. Joey's the best character. And he thinks Chandler is very funny.
I'm sorry, this is your super serious, depressing episode.
Okay,
We're just
I'm
spending
sorry.
it
No.
bashing Friends.
No, but none of that actually happened. No, he just badgers Han about the ringtone. He doesn't know what the ringtone is from.
It's not. You're not supposed to have your phone on.
Yeah, not supposed to have your phone on in school. Doesn't like the ringtone. Who's calling you at this time? You are in school. Just really railing on Han, and Han is just flinching and cringing and shrinking up into himself the entire time. And Ross actually walks right by Han, and Han does not harass him in front of his dad.
How long is it? I think I'm gonna keep calling that phone.
God damn it!
I get an answer.
Here's what I want to happen. I want you to walk past. The orientation is like this, and you two are walking away from Ross, and then your phone goes off again, so Ross turns around.
Yeah.
And you just look back and go, not one word.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And Ross keeps moving faster.
Yeah. So his dad's just wants Han to introduce him to his clubmates, because he's really excited to see Han participate in the football club that he thinks Han joined. Han didn't join the football club. Han joined the host club. So Han's panicking.
So here is the real question. Is it just going to be the host club as the host club, or is it going to be the host club pretending to be the football club?
So the host club is going to be pretending to be the football club. And
Nice.
They're all like in like the best approximation of football uniforms that they can wear. Some of them have like the shirts with like the waists completely cut off, just showing their midriffs. But they're trying. They're trying their best.
You gotta have the drop.
They're in shape, so it's not the least believable. But they're in host shape, not football shape.
It's suspicious, but I don't think he can like quite yet say like something's wrong. Just like
it is high school. Sometimes you just you play the hand you're dealt. Sometimes you don't.
Sometimes the football men's are very attractive.
What I'm imagining is that the person in charge has decided, all right, I'm the only one that's going to talk. The rest of you just make football player noises. And most of them are grunting, but every once in a while you just hear somebody yell, football! Football!
40-second down.
Football!
So yeah,
Alright,
what's a tight end?
On blushes. Wow.
Like looking at in the books, it says football as the title.
Holding the book upside down.
No, come on. They can read.
Reading a book says football, but oh no,
you can't be a good host if you're illiterate.
That's true.
Reading a book that says football, but oh no, it's European football. This doesn't help me at all.
No. Yeah, they're kicking. Some of them are kicking around a soccer ball because they did, in fact.
That's what happens as you're walking into wherever the host club is. The host with the most, which I've decided is what I'm going to call the leader, is desperately shoving soccer balls into a locker. This is the wrong football. Everyone who brought one of these balls, you'll sit in the corner and don't talk. You'll blow our cover.
Is this a penalty or a first down? I don't know.
So Han, actually kind of smiles just a little bit that his host club, I guess friends, are actually doing this for him. Because he just said, he just panicked in front of the host club king about this and didn't expect these people who he didn't realize were gonna actually do this for him, right? He didn't.
Jenner.
He just thought they were gonna leave him high and dry.
He's not a king. He's a prince.
Yeah.
Oh
sorry.
my god.
Abolish the monarchy. So Han actually smiles a little, seeing the host club actually doing this for him because he was not expecting this. And his dad doesn't really even interact with these people. He just kind of looks them up and down and just kind of grunts because his dad is just very stern and disapproves of everything. And and then he just leaves. And Han just continues to stand there with the host club.
I don't know what kind of pansy-ass football club this is, but whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. And that is...
One of them said football. They must be footballers.
Sports.
Actually, you did a light turn. I need to do...
Yeah, you need to do turns
a
for
heavy
all
turn. I need to do
parents.
something. So he's going to say, oh, so this is a football club. Hey, he just points to a random person. Hey, you.
Yeah.
What's the first down?
No! Han is panicking.
It's when you go the distance.
Alright, hey, you. What's the difference between a running back and a fullback?
Man, I don't know. I just do what they tell me to.
I can't actually put that into words.
And then, yeah, I don't know anything about football, so I'm hoping I don't say anything really stupid.
One is big, and the other one is not as big. Basically.
All right, you're legit, but everyone else. I do want him to look at the host with the most, and point blank ask him, and what is the definition of a tight end? And
I think we just cut from that.
Yeah.
It just cuts. I wanted to cut to Ruby continuing to look for the cell phone. You're right outside, and you just hear, "Not that guy!" Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, well, that was my goal for this time. So I'm peeking in, like, oh, I see what's going on. Maybe I could fix this.
Yeah.
I can't fix this. But I keep watching.
Great.
So the heavy turn I'm trying to go for is give someone a reason for vengeance, and because both you, Ruby, and you, Han, took light turns, I want to put that heavy turn against both of you.
Okay.
So I think it's obvious for you, Han. Your dad just went ballistic. Rumi, you now know Han took Ross's cell phone.
Yeah, when you call the cell phone again...
You don't have to act on it, but I'm giving you a reason for vengeance. You can...
I'm not surprised, but I am disappointed.
Fair enough. So yeah, Rumi, Han's dad, Garfield, just storms out of the room. Right red in the face. I can't fucking believe that fucking kid told me that. Who the hell does he think he is? So Rumi, do you walk into the room now?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Han is quietly, like his shoulders are really hunched. He's kind of really shrunk in on himself, but he's quietly thanking his host club mates for doing this for him, and like he didn't expect it. And then Rumi walks in, and Han looks at Rumi, and all he does is just fish the phone out of his pocket and hand it to her, like, yeah, I did it. I was not even saying anything. Yeah, it was me.
She just takes it and puts it in her purse and just like shakes her head. Listen, Han, I saw all of that, and for one, your friends, while well-meaning, maybe their efforts were slightly misguided.
When once you learned about soccer, like I tried my best.
Yes, but I mean, you should have stayed within your warehouse. You'd make it more believable.
Why couldn't you have said you would join tennis club?
Or do more research. Like, sports are just another thing you can know about. You don't have to really, like, you can just learn about it. You don't have to be, like, into sports to do that. But just take more prep time. Like, your host, right? I think you failed in your task in this one.
I watched a football anime. It should have been fine.
I chide them with my eyes.
There was this old 80s cartoon called King Arthur and the Knights of the Round, and it was basically a football team that got sent through to an alternate dimension to defend Camelot. It was really bad, and I'll have to show y'all later.
I've actually seen that before, and it's amazing.
Anyway, I'm gonna grab Han and drag him out of the room.
Okay. Great.
And down the hall. Into a side hall. And then I'm gonna push him against the wall. Say, listen, Han, I know you got some problems, right? But you don't gotta take out your problems on my cousin. Because he's weak and pathetic, okay?
Han doesn't even make eye contact. He doesn't even, argue with you.
Han, you look at me when I'm talking to you.
Nope. Doesn't happen. And he just kind of slumps and says, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
No, listen, I'm not, no, you didn't talk to me about this. Listen, I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed because you've been so cool at the work and you've been helping and you don't, if you got home problems, you can tell us about them. You don't gotta, just bully my poor weak cousin. He tries his best, but he's not very good at anything. And honestly, from what I was hearing in there when I called the phone 8 times, that it probably just caused you more problems than it solved for you, right?
I don't understand why you're not mad at me.
Well, I mean, he wasn't hurt or nothing. So listen. Now it's hard to be mad at you when you're being so self-defeating. I hate this. I walk off.
Fight back so I can get mad, damn it.
Where's the real Han? Where the real Han? Han knows. Please stand up.
All right. Do you just let her walk away for now?
Yeah. When you walk away, you won't hear me sing.
Good, because we have to cut.
Yeah.
The host club really
to airplane.
Oh yes.
Singing simple and clean.
You want me to describe the scene because it's very brief, or do you want to do it?
I was gonna just do it very quickly.
Okay.
We start with a establishing shot of an airplane in the air, then cut to inside the airplane. We see the camera is zoomed in on a military insignia, and then it slowly zooms out, and we see that it is Song, Han's sister. The only description I was given is absolutely shredded and has long dark hair. So she is that one vampire from the newest season of Castlevania.
But Asian. Yes.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
The other thing I need to show is that the camera cuts to basically the group message that you all have set up. And Ark sends in several messages saying, be on the lookout when you get to work today. some real weirdos have set up shop across the street. They're very aggressive. And as this is being put in, it starts with like zooming in on the phone, and then it cuts to like Ark's face staring out the window, and then the camera shifts perspective and shows the window, and there is somebody staring directly through the window at Ark, just a normal human person, and they're holding a sign that says "Free the Artificial."
Keep calm and hate Han.
But what is like? It's multiple people like walking past the window, but they always have the same sign. Mm-hmm. And then when the camera cuts out, it's revealed there's a large group, but they just have to share the one sign. They're trying to convince Ark there's a lot more of them, but they only made one sign. Mm-hmm. Anyways, after that, we will get back to the school.
Yeah, so Han actually suddenly perks up and actually yells out, "Wait, Rumi!" and like goes running down the hall and hopefully catches her. Says, "Wait, you promised me you'd help me get that letter back from my dad. We can do it now while he's distracted talking to my teachers or doing whatever the heck it is he's doing."
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Alright, time to leave school.
Yep, so we just bail. Like, does Rumi have transportation? I thought we established that she did, but I don't remember.
I don't remember. I was gonna say yes, she drives because she has to, because she is a kid with only a guardian, no parents.
Yeah, she's like a latchkey kid. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we're old enough to drive.
Yeah.
All right.
She has a.
Did you give Ross's phone back?
Yeah, I did. I already did that. We already established
that.
that. Yeah. Oh, give
You said you got the phone back. I didn't know if you gave it back all the way back.
Yeah.
I'll just keep this for now.
All right.
It's now my goal during the session to destroy that phone.
Just give it to Gulliver and wait like 2 days.
While you two are off traveling to get ready to break into the office, we should cut to the mall where Midori and Kitsugi are arriving to get back to work. When you get there are several protesters, or at least one protester and several other people who might be with them. Again, there's a shortage of signs. And they are chanting, artificial pet ownership is slavery.
Maybe come up with a good chant first, idiot.
You two would be in uniform, right?
As close as Midori gets to uniform.
I don't think there's even a uniform for the store.
Yeah,
I don't think it's that kind of store.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So
Fair
it's
enough.
not weird whenever Midori's just wearing casual wear.
I figured there'd be like an apron or something.
Yeah,
I'll start wearing a uniform when I remember to cash the checks.
Why are they being apron? There's no need. There's nothing messy in this store.
Yeah,
It's all robots.
There's like fish gravel and stuff. Like
There's water.
Yeah,
I guess.
there's at least an apron.
Look, don't criticize me for not understanding the ins and outs of retail uniform design. Anyways, this group does not want to let you through. They don't know you're employees, but they don't want customers in either.
Midori looks at the signs like, "Oh, you want to free them, huh?
Yeah,
I've got a plan for that."
obviously. Oh, do you now?
Light turn, endanger someone instead of accomplishing something.
Nice.
You know, Midori does really like opening up these cages.
There's only one problem with that. It's a light turn.
I mean, it's not really accomplishing anything if I'm actively attacking protesters. And also making it harder to do business because now all the pets are
So
out
here's
the door.
here's what I'm going to. One of my heavy turns is to limit your powers in some way. You go to say like, "Oh, I can help you free some of those artificials," and Utachi pokes his head out.
Oh no!
See,
And they yell, "Hang on a second, you've got one!
hey,
Shut up, slave driver!"
excuse me, would a slave driver do this? And I fist bump Utachi.
She's gonna punch him! Save him! They dogpile on you and try and separate you from Utachi.
I just yeet Utachi into the store so he can unlock the cages for me. Avenge me!
I have to limit your powers, so you do yeet him, but not into the store.
What is Kitsuki doing? Because this is also happening in front of Kitsuki.
Well, the crowd is distracted.
Yeah.
Like, the crowd is here still, though, right? Like, they're still all up in this. They haven't, like, dispersed, right?
Right, some of them went to chase after Utachi.
Yeah, like, this is a temper situation. Like, it could have been a just stand outside and play on your phone until they leave situation. Like, sorry I couldn't get to work, like there was a huge crowd in the way. But, like, we've moved into, I'm going to start telling people that they need to go home, or I'm going to skateboard over their face. I'm thinking that Kitsuki is going to start getting, like, aggro in a very teenager way with anyone who stays in front of the store.
Well, do you go to throw a punch at one of these protesters?
No, but I do think she kind of, like, does the light push, kind of like, okay, like, kind of, like, put a hand on the chest and just back up. Like, maybe you should go.
As you go to put a hand on their chest, their mascot, the muscle, puts its mascot hand between your arm and the person you're going to shove. And he says, "All right, everyone, I think we're getting too heated. Let's go, guys. Let's just go take a break and calm down." The protesters do start to walk into their headquarters, which is, in fact, the new store that's set up across from Pet Spy. It is an anti-artificial organization headquarters. Right, gotta get this acronym right. They are the Foundation for the Emancipation of Artificials and Robots, or FEAR.
It's good.
When they're walking in is the first, like, good, clean shot of their logo, and that is very clearly just has fear printed on the side of this wall.
How comically evil.
As they're walking away, the mascot doesn't follow them, turns around, puts his head on both of your shoulders, like leans in between the two of you, and says, "Don't fuck with us ever again," and shoves you into the Pet Spy.
I make no promises.
So as you get in, Art welcomes you, like, "Oh, thank God they left. I've had my hands full dealing with them all day."
Wait, all day? Like, they've been here for that long?
Yes. It, like, shows Ark's eyes, they're bloodshot.
Their chance of only
all
getting
day.
Worse and less creative.
You should have heard what they were saying at the beginning.
It almost rhymed. Well, now I guess I just gotta open cages for walkies, not to attack the bourgeois.
One cage at a time.
One day, comrades, she says, petting a robo-squirrel. One day.
But it sounds like you're almost going to join them. You also want to free the artificials at all times.
I mean, I know what I'm doing. And besides, they're robots. They work on slightly different rules. Right, Utachi? Utachi?
Utachi's still, your boy, he's still gone, having an adventure.
Utachi's just in the food court sampling big and small pretzels at the same time.
That is decadent.
He bought a cup of the small pretzels and one big pretzel and is just wandering between the two of them like, well, at least these taste the same.
What is the difference?
But anyway, the point is, whether it's PETA or Fear, they're not all about freeing things. They are, in fact, super dumb.
Alright, I want to describe one more goofy Utachi thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what other store could he have gone into?
Attorney Outlaw,
Yeah,
he's trying to get a restraining order against these guys.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
He's got a little tie on!
Yeah, that is what they cut to. It cuts to Utachi and his new attorney. And the attorney is explaining, like, now if you do not leave my client alone, we will pursue a restraining order. And we can get one really quickly in this town. And because it was only a few of them, he just has, like, the stupid rank and file. They're actually scared of the attorney. They don't know any better.
But the mascot's like, let's go, baby. I know the law.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. But I suppose, since you're here in the mid-roll, I should mention, I have seen us streaming at twitch.tv/Batalisk every Wednesday at about 8:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. But, you didn't get that info from me, so just keep that on the down low. And, hey, if you are listening to this on the day it's uploaded, you might actually want to check out the stream. I might be thinking, oh, am I going to get henshin spoilers? No. Loka's taking a short break, so we're actually going to get a bit of a move on a different campaign, which is actually going to be a joint effort between myself, Jenner, and Alice. If you've heard of Lancer, which seems to be a popular game, so you probably have, yeah, we're going to be playing that, because Lancer looks like it rules, though also it's 300 pages, so, whew, it's quite a bit to practice up on, but we'll be doing a session 0 to flesh out the characters and, the initial bit of plots and whatnot, so, hey, we're not going to leap right into it without knowing what we're going to do. We're going to leap in with an alright idea of what we're going to do. I mean, I can't say we're going to go in fully confidently, because, would we be us if we went in with full confidence? But, yeah, that's gonna be Lancer, and I'm looking forward to that, though. Can't wait to get back to Henshin, because we've got some good stuff going on that, hopefully I can keep a good schedule, and you can listen to it yourselves. But enough about that. Hey, what if you want to listen to some of the other games you've played? Well, we've got a few things on lp.zone. Individual threads for campaigns in the Let's Play section, or just one-shots under We Stream Games. And with that out of the way, music credits time! As always, the main theme is I Won't Fall Apart by Jagger from Initial D. From the Jet Set Radio soundtrack, we have Moody's Shuffle, Humming the Bassline, and Grace and Glory by Hideki Naganuma, OK House by Idle Taxi, Dunny Boy Williamson Show, Yappy Feet and Miller Ballbreakers by David Soul, Mischievous Boy by Castle Logical, Many Styles by OB1, Yellow Bream by F. Fields, and Everybody Jump Around by Richard Jacques. Then from the Jet Set Radio Future soundtrack, we've got Kodo Stomp by the Latch Brothers, Oldies But Happies and That's Enough BB Rights Mix by Hideki Naganuma, The Answer, The Latch Brothers Mix by Brandvan 3000, and What About the Future and Bachfresh by Richard Jacques. There's also the Accumula Town theme from Pokemon Black and White by Shota Kageyama, Smiles and Tears from Earthbound by Kaiichi Suzuki and Hirokazu Tanaka, and then from the Sonic Rush soundtrack we have Get Edgy, What You Need, and Raising Me Up by Hideki Naganuma. So yeah, that's it for music credits, so back into the second half of the show, which, surprise, is all the heavy bits.
Yeah, enough of that. Now it's time to go check in on Han and Rumi.
Alright, so we gotta do some moves and cause some chaos for me. How do we fuck this up? What do you do?
Well, I have 2 tokens right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's really up to you to fuck it up. So what exactly are we doing?
So
I ask you as I walk up to your house.
So the first thing I need to discuss, like Han's family lives in the poorer side of the neighborhood, like of the city. Like he's just barely within the school district that everybody goes to, and he's in the really poor side of town. And the house that you go to is just really kind of run down. It's somebody tried to renovate it and paint it, but they stopped and didn't finish painting it all the way. So it's like partially painted, but then like the rest of the paint is the old paint is still peeling. Yeah, and he just like kind of tries not to, like, he's embarrassed, but he just kind of takes you in and unlocks, like, just, he has a key. He tries to unlock the front door, but does not unlock. And he's like, he changed the locks again. It happens sometimes. So I'm going to, so Han basically jumps the wire fence, like the rail fence that they have in the back, the very small backyard. And helps Rumi over. And then there's like a small garden in the back and not much else in the backyard beyond a tiny garden, except like a shed that is also like in disrepair. And Han opens the shed, basically pulls out a ladder, slaps the ladder up against the house, and starts climbing up it to open the window and break into his own house. And the ladder is really rickety and starts to, comically fails. Like, it just, it's one of those fold-out ladders. So it actually, he didn't do it right, and it snaps back in. So Han's gonna fail to react and overexert himself. Another light turn, getting myself a second token. And yeah, he's just gonna have to wind up, grabbing onto the what is it called? The rim of the window, like the windowsill or whatever it's called. You know, think on the outside of the window as the ladder falls to the ground, and be like, ah!
I'm just looking up at him, say, so is this like a regular occurrence for you?
Yes.
That must suck. Sorry.
All right, if you're doing a light turn, I need to do something
Yes,
that
the house is now the enemy.
impacts you.
Yes. It doesn't have.
Feels like the easiest thing to do would be incapacitate someone.
Oh no!
So I feel like your grip on the window slips just a little bit too much, or maybe maybe a part of the sill breaks off.
Yeah, part of the sill breaks off is perfect.
And you plummet to the ground.
Ooh, how far is that?
Incapacitated is very broad. You don't have to go to the hospital, but you're just in that, like, I'm just gonna lay here for a bit.
Yeah.
I'm just staying next to him, looking at him, like looking down, saying, "All right, maybe we try something else." I'm still not really clear on why exactly you needed me specifically for this.
Because you're good at coming up with plans and knowing how to do things. The other two...
I walk over to the back door and try the knob.
It completely open. So I'm just like...
Yeah, that happens.
I drag Han to his feet.
Mm-hmm. Han looks embarrassed and walks in and just quietly says, "Please take your shoes off in the house, please. It's thank you." And he takes his shoes off because that's what you do. And starts heading up. Basically, cuts through his house. The house is also really run down. It's like it's obvious like people who do not have a lot of money live in this house. You know, they need like the cupboards or the doors are like kind of ramshackle and like hanging off. The fridge is small. The sink is small. The kitchen is small.
Roommate takes off his shoes, but she puts them in a purse. She does not leave them by the door.
There is a living room with like a really old, like beat up couch with like holes in it, in front of like a tiny old TV. The big fat ones. No
CRT.
Yeah, CRTs. Thank you. And there is like a bookshelf with a bunch of books, but they're all in Vietnamese. You probably can't read the titles. And then Han curves away and heads up the stairs, and the stairs are the creaky stairs. They're really creaky. And the banister is like shaky, like it's loose. Just say really, this house needs some work. Basically, it's just establishing over and over and over again that this house really needs some work. And then there's just 2 other rooms on the top floor.
Before we get to those, incapacitating does kind of imply you no longer have control over the scene. So we're going to cut back to the mall.
Okay, cool.
So, Midori and Kitsugi are doing, whatever jobs around the Pet Spy when somebody enters through the door. I'm just going to have to call him Holidog because I can't think of a mascot name. This is the real-life mascot of Holiday World. Holiday World, please don't sue me for defamation.
We'll just say it ain't no holiday dog.
Holidog enters and says, "Hello, everyone. I'm here on behalf of Fear. The organization, not the concept."
Is this the first time you're saying that out loud? Or did you have to prep that?
There's a quick scene of
Rest
him like
assured.
practicing in front of the mirror. No, to go on. Sorry.
Rest assured, our organization's name is no mistake. I understand there was a little bit of unpleasantness here earlier today.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. I'm talking to the manager.
I am the manager.
No, you are Darkest.
Wait, are you the manager? Switch! Do I have to call you the manager now?
Kit, you're not supposed to be the one who falls for that. God.
Are you not the manager now?
It's Ark. It's still Ark. Midori just walks out of the frame.
Now, I think things got out of hand today, and I don't want that to happen, and you don't want that to happen. Let's see if we can just talk things out, and maybe we can just, I don't know, get you to stop running your slave driving operation, voluntarily. I don't feel like Ark would talk in this scene. I feel like he would just stare directly at them and slowly shake his head.
Yeah?
Yeah. Look, I'm sure you care a lot about your profits and your bottom line, but we just care about the artificials. We want to keep them safe and not beholden to any owner.
It's like
Have you ever talked to one?
Well, you own all of them. It's really hard to talk to them. No, it's not like they talk back.
I mean, if you want to.
You could talk to one right now. Here he is. This is Charles, and she just points to like a fucking cat robot. Talk to Charles.
Are you like holding him up
Charles
and like
is in charge.
shoving Charles into Holidog's face?
Talk to Charles.
No, that's fine. I don't.
Yeah, I've got.
They have claws. Their paws are full of knives. Don't point that one at me.
I mean, I've just got mine in the back. He just chills in my back. Like he has like a little like pillow, and I got him like I didn't really get him water because he's a robot, but he's chilling. He's just vibing back there.
Ark takes a deep breath, and he says, "All right, Holidog, we'll talk, but not here. I'm going over to your office, and we're gonna have a nice little chat about artificials."
No. Go to the parking lot.
You two stay here and run the store. Holidog says, "I'm so glad you could listen to reason," and walks out the door.
Okay, boss. If you need anything, you got we have like a group text. I won't send you too many emojis this time.
All right, don't worry. And he pulls out a part of his shirt and points to his cybernetics, like, I can handle someone like him.
Nice.
And then he walks out the door after him.
Honestly, Charles, it's like they don't even respect the real you. She just looks at him.
So what are the chances you think that we're gonna have to bail Boss Man out?
We probably are.
Think we should just leave, or should we wait?
It's right across the way. If we need to jump into action, it's right there. Besides, we need to make sure nobody sneaks into the store or whatever.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Now, on that note, we can cut back to Han and Rumi.
Yeah, so Han is trying to open up the door to his dad's office. There's 2 or 3 rooms up here on the second floor, like a bathroom that is not completely in place and does not function, which you can go into. Han's room, which has 2 beds in it on opposite sides of the room. And one side of the bed is more, it's pretty gender neutral, but technically more girl coded. And the other side of the room is definitely Han's side of the room because it's messy and it's more in use, while the other side has a made bed and everything. And then the third room is the office that Han is currently trying to get into, but the door is locked.
I feel like Song's side of the room is mostly gender neutral, but there is one old girl's toy.
Yeah.
There is a single little pony.
Yeah.
It's not mine, it's hers, but
It's not even your little pony. Go on.
Yeah.
So Han looks to Rumi okay, we gotta get into this office, please. I can't get this. I used to be able to pick this lock, but I can't pick it. I'm having trouble.
Are both these rooms the same side of the house and opposite sides of the house and in the hallway?
They're up, and they're on the upstairs, and they're the office is right next to the bedroom. So they're yeah.
Well, if it's next to, you could try going out the window and then the other window, or I am going to reveal a hidden talent of passion and take out a credit card and jimmy the lock.
Nice.
I'm spending a token.
Nice.
I don't think you can handle that after what happened out there, Rose. I say as
Let's stay away from windows for a while.
I shake it a bunch, rattle the handle, and the door pops open.
Nice.
And I put the card back in my wallet.
The office is really organized. There's a desk. There's an old computer with a desktop computer. There's more books in Vietnamese around. There's a couple medals from military service, proudly displayed, and an American flag in the corner. And Han just goes immediately to just scour this room and just it's immaculately organized, and he's just shredding it.
Don't shred it. Don't leave evidence. You dipshit.
Rumi is frantically following,
I'm
screaming,
"Stop!" him and putting anything back how it was. Take a deep breath, Han. Think about where it would be.
Where would Dad put it? Han assumes that his dad would hide it in one of the books that he can't read. So he just goes through the books and just opens all of them and flips through them to try and find the letter. And this will
same spot.
Yeah, and puts them back in the same spot. And this will be a regular turn as I take action, leaving myself vulnerable. And the kind of vulnerable is emotional vulnerability, as the letter falls out of one of the books. The letter actually falls out of a photo album of basically pictures of like child Han and his child sister and his dad's wedding photos and his dad's photos of himself with his unit in the army and like pictures of the old pictures of like his
first time the audience has seen him happy.
Yeah. Actual family pictures in this photo album, and then the letter actually falls out of the photo album. And then Han just tosses the photo album aside, picks up the letter, tears it open, opens it, and starts reading it. But Rumi, the album full of loving family photos is right there for you to look at.
You snoop?
Well, of course I do. It's the whole goal of my character this time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, go ahead. Do you want to describe some of these photos, Jeff? Do you want this power?
Let's see. There's very clearly the one of like the two children in the bath together when they're like really young.
Yes, of course, absolutely.
Naked.
Yep.
There's some sort of like family outing, like a picnic, that very clearly is starting to go bad, but it hasn't gone bad yet. Like there's just some like you can tell in the faces that everything's strained. It's one of
Here's
Han,
one of
just,
everybody
like,
in Egypt, oddly enough.
Yep. There's one that's like you're just sitting on a dock, just looking at a pond, just sitting there from the back.
Do they get progressively sadder?
I imagine they do as Han gets taller.
Mm-hmm.
Until there's no more pictures. And after a certain point.
Yeah. There's a picture. The final picture is basically a picture of Han's older sister, labeled Song, dressed up in a military uniform, basically on her way to, join the military, or has already joined the military on her way to leave.
Yeah, probably would have been like a visit bag. So,
Yeah.
Because we would have had that. Okay.
Yeah.
I just go, and I put it back exactly where it was.
Yeah.
On the shelf.
Meanwhile, Han is standing really stiff as his hands are shaking, the letter in his hands. And he looks... Sorry, go ahead.
One thing.
Yeah.
Clyde is on your shoulder reading along with you.
Yeah. And he looks he looks furious, but also devastated. Like a mix of furious and devastated.
And you got it. Listen, can you read that anywhere else?
She's here. My sister is here. Dad's trying to keep me away from her.
Okay, well, we can address that once we've removed the evidence and left and locked this door again.
Yeah, so you can guide him out. Like, he's very stiff to move, like he's so mad, but you can just kind of shepherd him out of the office and remove all traces that you were ever here. And now we have to basically go back to the... sorry, Loka, or do you want to...
Yeah, as you two are leaving, and, are figuring out how you're going to meet Song, cuts back to the mall. Holidog leads Ark into the Fear office. Plus the Fear office.
Would you say that he is in the Valley of the Shadow of Fear?
So the camera is focused on a single doorway. Holidog walks in first. Ark starts to walk through the doorway, and then two swords, it's the scissor swords, but they're separated, go flying, impale Ark in the chest, and then pin him to a wall away from the door. And then, out through the door from the opposite side steps Lewis. Alright, Ark. This is it. No transformation, no changes. You die, and then I deal with your awful children. Not your children, right? They're just children you hang it, whatever. He slowly pulls out a small dagger. Holidog is standing behind him, nodding approvingly.
Oh no, my only weakness, small knives.
Kit and Midori, you two were discussing maybe going to help him. Do you decide to go help?
I don't know what this counts as, but it should be a heavy...
Hold on, actually, I've got it. The camera pans from Ark to, the This is really close to the entrance to the office, but there's like no window, so people can't hardly see it. Except at the doorway is Utachi.
God damn it, we have the same brain cell.
I love you, honey.
To a door.
So yeah, I was trying to figure out if this is stumble upon an unlikely perfect hit or gather hidden endurance to take a blow, but yeah.
This feels like an unlikely perfect hit. This is like, you could not have predicted this was going to happen.
So yeah, Louis is going in for the kill, and then you just hear and then you just hear the Accumula Town theme as Utachi walks in, briefcase on his back. And
the lawyer is with him like, alright, you officially been served notice of a... Oh my god. I was never here, and he throws the briefcase and runs.
Some kind of attorney outlaw he is. Not even ready to throw down.
I forgot there was supposed to be a gimmick with Attorney Outlaw. I thought it was just a funny name. I actually kind of like that even better. Even better, he opens the briefcase and pulls out a gun.
Is this just...
Alright, nobody move!
Is this just fucking Jake Marshall from Phoenix Wright? I just had that thought.
Right?
Nobody fucking move! I've been ready for this my whole life! Yeah, Utachi would have to run and get Minori.
I feel like at this point we hear the commotion, so we'll go to him.
Right.
That sounds like a danger noise. Think we should go over?
Yeah, I think it's about time.
Alright, danger noise, here we go!
We're just
Art, did you even get to the negotiation table? Oh, jeez.
I could see the negotiation table. I got really close. So, do you two transform?
I can't. I think I will fail to react in cower, so have somebody attack me. And I'll just, like, duck behind the door real quick. Because Utachi is over there, I can't get to him immediately.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kitsugi, your special turn is when you take on solving someone else's problem, they gain a token. So if you can figure out how to try and solve a problem for Minori.
Get Utachi for me. Get him out of the firing zone.
But first, Kit, do you transform?
Yes, I have a token.
Red Dog.
I do transform. Where is Itachi? Just out? Like, isn't he still like outside?
I think he's
No,
in.
He's inside. He was here to serve notice of a lawsuit.
And now he's caught in the crossfire.
I feel like right now he would be dealing. God, what would he be doing? He's grabbed the dagger that Lewis was going to kill Ark with and is running around the room with it.
I'm going to comically run after and chase. It's like dive and catch.
Like, no, I'm your friend. I'm with you.
Yes, but I have to get you. Stop moving.
Do you play keep away for a bit with both Holidog and Lewis trying to get you?
Absolutely.
Just a ridiculous scene where you are juggling Tachi, while people try and take him away from you and they can't.
I've got both arms above my head, holding this squirming Itachi.
Remember the scene in Kung Fu Panda where Po has to take the last dumpling from Shifu?
Yes.
Yes.
It's like that, but with Itachi.
Just above my head, both of them like he's a fucking spirit bomb, and I'm just squirming my way around every attempt to grab me and or my prize.
You hide Itachi in a filing cabinet, and he just keeps poking his head out of different shelves in the filing cabinet and different filing cabinets altogether. Somehow
throw Itachi like a football, and then roll between the mascot's legs to catch him on the other side.
Right, but eventually you get Itachi to Midori, who now has a token, who I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Green Ferrets.
Alright, so you two transform. Ark manages to get the swords out.
Access denied. Access denied. Access authorized. Silver rat initiate.
And he also transforms and grabs Lewis and runs away. So then we'll cut back to Hanagurumi. Your phones go off.
Are we still in the house?
We're on our way. We're out on the front lawn now.
All right. It's a message in the group me from Ark. says, "Danger, mascot attack, come to the mall."
Well, we probably gotta take care of this.
Yeah. Han.
You're gonna be okay. Han, here. You know what? Hold on. Hand me that letter.
Han hands you the letter.
I put it in my purse, just in case, because I think if your father, walked up right now, you probably would not be allowed in very well. So it's better not to have the evidence.
Yeah. Hans looks quiet, and he kind of looks around and says, "If I go to fight, I'll miss seeing my sister." And then there's a brief flashback sequence where Han is standing in front of the nihilist Arby's mascot, and then it fades back to Han standing here with Rumi, and Han says, "I'm doing it. I'm coming to fight." So there's just
Right, so back to the mall.
like a Batman, the old Batman show splash cut.
Back to the mall, Kitsugi Midori, you were dealing with Arkin Lewis of Leffy. You were dealing with the full might of Holidog, the great and powerful.
One of the protesters said, "Are we getting paid for this, or is this a volunteer thing?"
Well, funny you mentioned protesters, because during the fight, it's a normal fight, blow for blow, and then Holidog says, "Members of Fear, look at the employees of Pet Spy. They wear the carcasses of the artificials.
Wait, nobody died.
Look at that helmet. That's clearly made from a dog artificial." So yeah, I technically can't invoke my heavy turn until one of you does a light turn, but I get the feeling you
See,
want
light
to.
turn. I mean, yeah, I want to.
You're both out of tokens.
Yeah, I think it'd probably be better for Kit to go because I don't feel like any of my light turns are applicable. What do you got, Alice?
Well, I could hand it to Danger without a squad because there's literally only two of us. So, by definition, we don't really have a squad. This is a bad situation, and one that requires lots of thinking, which Kitsugi is bad at. So I think she is going to try and just sort of brute force this thing, just attack the not holiday dog.
Holidog, yeah.
This is very dumb. I'm just going to try to bonk it on the head and make it go away, because that's the only thing I'm good at.
As you rush towards Holidog stops moving, and you're suddenly swarmed by protesters. They start shouting, "Stop them! Don't let them hurt Holidog! Tear them!"
I guess I go down the zombie horde of protesters then.
Because you've just learned you shouldn't be fighting civilians.
Imagine that.
Does Kit really remember that? Kitsuki just knows she's not supposed to drop eggs.
Midori, the crowd is also trying to stop you. So we'll do this in reverse. I'll do my heavy turn and you do your light turn.
Alright, so I guess in that case, since you're doing a heavy turn, I kind of have to do a light turn.
Yeah, well, I figured you wanted a token.
I kind of do, but I also feel like Act of the Decoy is a slightly better move for me in this scene overall.
Alright, well, my heavy turn was in reaction to Kid, so you can do that and then I'll do a normal turn.
Okay, so yeah, I see that Kitsuki's getting swarmed, so I'm going to attempt to draw everybody's attention.
Look at me, I'm wearing an artificial corpse and I don't feel bad.
How did I even fit all this fur on me?
Are you doing the Weasel War dance? Are you jumping around the crowd erratically?
I'm voguing.
Lights going off and on, bass in the background.
I don't think I can get it that extreme, but you know what? Yeah, Midori's definitely flicking the light switch. It interrupts the voguing somewhat, but I gotta do this myself. It's all manual, baby.
Alright, so it's time to separate someone temporarily. The crowd protesters leave Kitsugi alone, but they formed like the way that the crowd blocks off alleys in Yakuza, they formed just a ring around Kitsugi and Holidog for their fight. They're cheering, "Go Holidog! Go Holidog!"
Kitsugi is definitely compensating for the fact that no one is cheering for her by humming Guile's theme really loudly.
Do you push a button on your suit and starts playing Holidog or not Guile's theme?
Yes, because it goes in every theme.
I don't think Holidog has a theme. All right. I feel like this would just be a regular turn. You're just displaying impressive fighting technique.
Yeah, I'm just styling, and I'm really kind of buying time for other things to happen, but like by being impressive, hoping that maybe like, you know, the protesters will fucking go away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm intimidating.
So yeah, so you swipe at the mascot with your sword a few times. So you're basically even with Holidog. You can't get a good blow in, but he can't really do much to you either. Meanwhile, Midori, you're in a compromising situation. You're dancing around them like, it's weird. You arguably have more control over your situation, but there's not much you can do with that control.
Yeah, is it now officially my turn? Again.
If you want to take a light turn.
Yeah, because at this point,
Okay.
I'm definitely endangering someone instead of accomplishing something, because I'm now put more distance between myself and Kitsuki, but, like, not enough people have really followed me for it to be as effective as I'd hoped, because now they've got a fighting ring. I was, you know, kind of hoping I get all of them. So, now I'm just sort of out here, halfway between a whole lot of angry protesters and also the store I'm trying to protect.
Mm-hmm.
Either direction is a thing. This is like the most awkward pincer.
My heavy turn is going to be enact the last step in a devious plan.
Oh no.
So, Kit, for your next swing of your sword against Holidog, Holidog catches the blade between his hands, pulls it and therefore you towards him, basically like rubs his head up against your helmet, and says, "There's no way you're going to stop us, you know. The green one's spending all their time dancing, and you haven't gotten a good strike in yet. We will get into that store. We will free all the artificials. You have failed." And on that note, I think it's time for Hanarumi to show up.
Yep.
Already transformed?
Mm-hmm. No, I'm already transformed.
Yep.
I can't choose for. Okay, cool.
I will spend my other token. Oh, my other token, yep.
A token. You still have one, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Han, this is your episode. How do you... what do you do to stop the devious Holidog?
Okay. Han rushes in and just basically, like, stomp, like, you've seen the statue of, like, the Titan throwing the people off of them? Like, throwing the children off
Yeah.
of them? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it took me a second, but yeah.
Han just basically charges into all the protesters, like, circling Kitsuki and chasing, you know, and some of the ones that are chasing Midori. And he just flings them and just opens a big gap that Kitsuki can, like, so giving Kitsuki some space to, like, get away. And says, "Hey, you don't even care about the artificials. If you did, you wouldn't be trying to do this. We love them. They're our friends."
Oh, are they? Is that why you wear their carcasses like this?
They can just get, they turn back.
This is a symbiotic relationship.
When you say that, you hear some of the protesters say, "Wait, they can? They're not actually dead?
Yeah.
They can just change back?"
They're still alive.
Actually, Han, do you want to de-transform to demonstrate? I won't make you spend a token to transform again.
Yeah, says, "Let me prove it to you." And he just, like, taps his chest, and, Clyde, the boar, basically shrinks, just, like, folds off of him, you know, back into his boar form. And Han picks up Clyde, and, like, snuggles him, and hugs him, and cuddles him close, and kisses the top of his little piggy head, and pets him, and says, "Look, they are and he's doing this in front of all of you, showing all this tenderness. They're friends, and we love them."
The crowd's like, "Yeah, that thing seems fine. Doesn't seem hurt. Seems like it was having fun, actually."
They chose us.
So Holidog takes a step towards you. He holds out his arm. It looks like first like he's going to pet Clyde, and then he rears his hand back and smacks both of you to the ground.
Oh no.
Don't give me this peace and love shit. You're exploiting them. You're using them for profit. I know it. You sell them in a store. Don't pretend like you're friends now.
I didn't actually pay for mine.
But
Wait, we were supposed to pay for them? He was just
the camera focuses in on Clyde, who you all can tell is acting a bit, holding his palm to his forehead, like, "Oh no, woe is me, I've been struck down." The protesters start murmuring, like, "Did you see what Holidog just did? He just assaulted an artificial. I thought he cared about them."
Fuck that guy.
It's one of those scenes where, like, the camera is spinning around the character as they look around at the crowd and realize the crowd is turning on them.
Holidog is cancelled.
I'm already making the call-out post. Hashtag Holidog is over, party. None of you make that hashtag. Holidog is a real character I do not own. I don't want to get in trouble for this.
Original character do not steal. Not like my original character, but somebody else's.
Yeah.
Originating from a different person.
Not my original character, but please don't steal anyways. I don't want to get in trouble. But the camera eventually stops spinning and focuses on Han. I'm going to guess you scoop up Clyde.
I scoop up Clyde and I just snap him back on. And for the first time, every other time Han is transformed, he just stood there really confusingly. Like, just let it happen. But this time Han actually poses cool, does like cool movements, and like strikes a pose, and he's back in his suit.
Charging recklessly without care. Black Pig.
Now, for the real stock footage, we can use every episode.
Yep. And he reminds himself of the real task at hand of kicking this guy's ass. And I'm gonna display a reckless fighting technique, which is a regular turn. And
Your theme song is blaring.
yeah, and just fucking go ham. Pig joke on this guy.
Going hog?
Yeah, go hog wild. This guy.
Do you know that ham was an acronym?
Yeah.
I didn't know that for like the longest time. It means hard as a motherfucker. I thought it was just, you just put in any word. It could have been any word. The Holog has lost his mooks. He didn't get dog catchers for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Dog catchers come in and just start smacking him with a net.
Dog catcher's like, no, you get out of here. Rumi, do you want to lead because you've been working with Han this episode?
Yeah. So what I do is I thrust my spear at Han, who grabs it instinctively. Because why wouldn't you? And I just like whip around him and clothesline the guy with my spear.
Nice.
Nice. Dual tech.
Yeah.
All right, who's the next person that lands the blow? If all of you can figure out how to do dual techs with Han, I would love it.
Yeah, it's great. It's showing
Challenge
teamwork.
I would like to specifically not get a dual tech, so I guess I'll go next so that Kit can have a dual tech. Stumble upon unlikely perfect tit, spend a token. So I'm just gonna fucking ladder combo this guy. Like, he gets clotheslined, and it's sort of like that, like, very exaggerated, sort of spins in the air kind of clothesline. What's gravity? And then Midori basically just like starts doing upward slashes over and over again, and just like the higher he gets every time, Midori just like bounces off something else, smacks him higher, and so he's real high up in the air. Kitsuki, what do?
What are Han's weapons again?
He's got kamas. They're like, do you know what kamas are? They're like, I guess, how to put it, like pickaxe, like the front part of pickaxes on sticks.
Okay, I have an idea. I think that Kitsuki will get Han's attention and, like, with both of her hands in front of her, and do sort of like the lift thing, except that she's gonna try to get like a platform so that she can actually just like fucking yeet you into the sky.
Oh, hell yeah!
Just like fucking yeet you so you can like death from above.
Yes.
Like spin, like just like spinning Sonic style.
Yes. Yes. So that happens. What is that? What turn is that? Like, what's the turn for that call that you're doing really quick?
I'm thinking that counts as an impressive technique.
Yes.
That's pretty impressive, yeah.
Alright, so basically Han slams into this guy, Kitsuki yeets Han into this guy, and Han punts him up into the air, and then just like spin kicks him, and he goes sailing through the atmosphere and lands in the high school parking lot. And that's
Does he land on your dad's car?
He lands on my dad's car. Yes.
Man, he got some distance.
Yeah.
It'll be a shame when he gets real big. Midori takes out her phone and starts the stopwatch app.
The gates of hell are open for business. Storefront change.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Less than 10 seconds.
What is Ark even doing?
My best! Also, I have very good hearing.
I'm just saying, your timing could be better.
Get good, Ark.
So yeah, the mascot does grow large on the school parking lot. It's after school hours, but there's still a lot of students there, both for club stuff and a lot of the parents wanted to talk to the teachers, so the students who couldn't drive were just stuck.
Yeah.
Oh no, the parents are still hanging out.
Alex is there doing getting stuff ready for Model UN.
Back to school we go, I guess.
We'll basically, I assume we just kind of formed the Chimera on the way over, and just fly.
Yeah, you would probably arrive as the Chimera.
Yeah.
Everybody, summon your mechs.
Yep.
Get a token, spend a token.
Yep.
Let's get wild. Beast change. Ruby, Wolf, Topaz, Emerald, Martin. Beware. A violent beatdown approaches. Obsidian Boar.
Though actually I do also like the idea of like we're all like running over with our animals or flying for some of us, and then like as we're getting close we form the Chimera.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the last step is as the Chimera.
The apex of apexes. Chimera has been formed.
I like the idea, like,
All right.
they bring out the fog machines for this, and the Chimera steps into the parking lot, and the fog just, like, spreads away as the foot lands, like, boom. And the Chimera, like, does the monster movie roar. And yeah, that's all. I just wanted to describe that.
Alright, on your episode, you get to do the finishing blow on the giant form.
Yeah.
That's all these big fights really are, is a finishing blow.
Yeah.
There's some back and forth, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's serviceable.
What's the dog even doing? Does he even have any big powers?
You're right, I don't really try and give them a unique big power, but
they
he
should
does.
be doing some stuff.
Midori just yells, "Hey, did you even do anything when you were idle? Cause like your whole thing was kind of menacing people, but like, you didn't really do much."
Really, he's just like leaning back, he's getting ready to smash his arm into the school.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, all you can do is normal punch. You could have just been a big dog catcher.
Big dog catcher, where?
Got him.
Stumble upon an unlikely perfect hit.
Yeah.
I'm taking a token from you, Midori. So yeah, the light turn I have for Holidog is plead for forgiveness. So it's just, you don't understand, I only cared about the artificials. I was trying to make their lives better.
But you didn't.
Oh, who cares if I hadn't hurt some? I was going to help the rest.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm not the first one to say this, but you're real bad at your job.
Yeah, extremely. Big yikes. So I guess we're just gonna do our alternate attack. So they're gonna
Do a Han spin on it.
Yeah.
What part of the mech do you have?
I'm the boar part. I'm the body of the Chimera.
Oh jeez, this is just gonna get violent, huh?
Yeah. So the Chimera charges forward and slams into the Holidog. Then basically again launches him up into the air and then doesn't even jump up after him, just tilts his head up and just fires off the laser. And just disintegrated by the laser in the air.
Holidog had no defense against aerial attacks. Just juggled him constantly for the end of the episode.
Yep.
Alright.
And
down goes Holidog.
Yeah, as laser's firing, Han just basically screams, they're our friends, and we love them, and we care about them, and we're not going to let you twist this narrative into some sort of slavery.
Anyways, time to go.
And then he's like, oh shit, I gotta go. But first he just jumps out of the Chimera and quickly rushes into the school to make sure Alex is okay. They share like a quick look, but then he just has to go immediately. He doesn't even have time to give a thumbs up, and he rushes off to his place and basically,
Wait, as you run away, Alex quickly pulls out his phone and takes a picture of you. But it's as you're running away, so it's just of your back.
Yeah.
Hate to see him go, but I would love to watch him leave.
I was gonna say, yep, the important part of the suit is the butt.
Of course
always the tight end, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway. So Han rushes back to that dilapidated house that we mentioned before, his house. And right there, he gets there, and his sister in uniform is leaving. He gets home just in time to see Sung leaving. And so he rushes forward and, Sung!
Han!
And they rush towards each other, and then they just awkwardly stop a few feet apart from each other, just maintaining that social distancing. You know how it'll go. So you're leaving again.
I have to get back to base. I stalled as long as I could, but I can't be AWOL. It's good to see you again, though. I missed you so much.
Cut the crap! How could you leave us again so casually? Explain it to me! I need to know how you can do it, how you can just leave us all and not care!
Oh, Han. You really think I don't care? You think I enjoy leaving? The only reason I do this is because I care. Our family needs the support that I provide.
But Han flashes back to his youth. And you see the album. He and Sang holding hands as they cross the street. Sang reading to a young Han and teaching him how to read. Sang handing him a stuffed boar. His father destroying that stuffed boar. Sang standing up to their father and protecting Han and his mother. Sang teaching Han how to fight. Sang always there, always supportive, always having his back when Han had nobody else. And then Sang leaving. I need you here.
If Sang says nothing.
Teach me how to not care. It hurts so much and I don't want to hurt anymore.
Han, I do care. I care so much. Please try to understand.
Han starts tearing up, but he fights back the tears. I've done so much to be strong like you. Why isn't it enough?
You shouldn't be doing this all alone, Han. I'm not even strong on my own. I rely on the support of others. I'm strong with you and with my friends. You have to find people to rely on.
I don't want to rely on other people! I want to rely on you. And I thought I could!
Han, that's not what I meant. You know I'll always be there for you.
Liar! How can you be there for me when you're never here?
Han.
I just want to stop caring. Like Dad.
There are good ways to care, and there are bad ways to care, and that is the way he is because he cares. He's just going about it the wrong way.
Han's quiet.
Han, you caring is not the problem here. People caring in general is not the problem either. It's not caring, or wanting to not care, that's causing so much anguish. You need to stop lying to yourself. Stop posturing and acting so tough. Stop being such an asshole. Just allow yourself to give a damn in a proactive way. You're hurting yourself so much with this, and it doesn't have to be this.
My peers will give a shit. Caring just isn't cool.
Maybe some of them will, but I doubt all of them will. So just tell the assholes to fuck off, throw a few punches if they won't cut it out. And stick with the people who are going to support you as you grow and mature. Don't allow the judgment of assholes to stifle you. Don't give them that control over you. Don't let them kill your heart.
Han sits, is quiet again, but it's starting to sink in. He's got that kind of expression on his face.
Is he breathing kind of heavily,
yeah,
like I'm
heavily.
about to start sobbing, breathing?
Yeah.
I know you care. You care deeply about so much. It's nothing to be ashamed of, so please. Han, you don't have to fight it. You don't have to suppress it. There's nothing tough or strong about that. Don't be embarrassed, bro, because... And then Sang puts her hand on Han's shoulder and gently squeezes it. Caring is actually super cool.
Han throws her hand off of his shoulder, and there's like that brief moment where the audience is like, no, he's gonna be a dick again! But instead, he just rushes in. Yeah. He rushes in. Like, even the camera angle takes the he's about to be a dick again camera angle that it does every time he's about to be a dick again.
Music cuts out.
Yeah.
I miss you.
But instead, he rushes in and embraces her and burrows into her and starts crying.
There's one really, really small thing. The camera pans across the street, and Rumi's car is there, and she's watching this whole scene happen.
Perfect.
While she's reading that letter.
Pets by employees get some time to relax as they work at the local winter festival.
It's as y'all know, it's that time of year for the annual town festival where all the the carnival folk come and put up all this stuff. And I decided I leased one of the spots, so we're gonna put up a little pop-up shop out there to start to sell our wares.
But even a normally passive group like this is having trouble unwinding.
As you're walking, you come across Raz, Rumi's cousin, lying on the ground in the fetal position, being beaten by two teens with like those big inflatable like hammers, like the big like novelty ones. They're like gigantic. What? Like they don't hurt, but they just like walloping on him with these, and he's like, guys, stop, please.
And as it turns out, they're not without reason. Strange things are happening, and the Pet Rangers may be the only ones who can stop this turn of events.
All right, so you glide gently, maybe not gracefully, down to the ground, land on your feet, and the whole time the bunny mascot standing at the controls of this Ferris wheel just like watches you come down slowly, head turning, following you, tracking every movement.
Next time on Domestic Sentai Pet Ranger, Disappearing Act at the Winter Festival. Though to be honest, I have seen stronger mice.
And there's a long awkward silence that we're not going to act out.
No, let's act it out.
Okay, here we go. Let us know when it starts to feel awkward, folks. Thanks, guys.
Perfect. Done.
Perfect.
Great.
Yep. So
I would say that's Han's dad, but I'm kidding.
he's not here yet.
I have another explanation for that anyway.
Yeah.